Hello, welcome to Eagle News International Australia, Oceania. I'm Justine Vicente from Sydney, bringing you stories from Australia, New Zealand and Papua New Guinea. Here are the headlines. Australia continues to move towards COVID normal. Oz commemorate a You OK Day for mental health awareness. Filipinos take part in Papua New Guinea's Independence Day celebration. Students in Papua New Guinea celebrate its 45th National Independence Day. Church of Christ in New Zealand establishes new congregation amid COVID-19 resurgence. And North Australian Festival of Arts in Townsville pushes through despite pandemic. We are past midway of September and the latest COVID-19 figures suggest that in Australia there are over 26,000 cases that have been confirmed. Almost 20,000 of those cases are from the state of Victoria, which currently remains in a state of lockdown. The Victorian government is gearing towards easing restrictions once the target COVID cases significantly fall. Our Eagle News correspondent Mia Makabagal has more details. Mia?
COVID-19 has evidently affected the lives of many, specifically here in Australia, as governing health authorities order restrictions in hopes of mitigating this virus. With mandatory lockdowns, social distancing, exercise of good hygiene, and travel restrictions in order, COVID-19 is still in the midst of the nation. The total case count here in Australia has reached an estimation of over 26,700 cases, with Victoria responsible for 20,000 of these.
Although the daily case count continues to plummet in the state of Victoria, lockdown is still observed. Victoria has been hit with the firmest lockdown yet of the nation, with curfews, a travel radius restriction, and closures of many businesses. As of the 13th of September, the extension of Stage 4 lockdown was implemented to be effective for an additional 2 weeks. The curfew, exercise windows, and public gatherings, however, were adapted with the extension of lockdown. With regular review by the health team, the so-called steps towards COVID normal are published for the people of Victoria to be informed on the actions taking place, which will gradually ease the lockdown and the restrictions that are posed with it. This 4-step plan will further be implemented once the state has passed a 14-day decline or meet a specific low standard of infection rate.
The other states of Australia are overseen by health authorities to review and regulate the necessary restrictions that are specific to that state's performance. Though there is still a long way in this road to recovery to a COVID normal environment, we are all in this together. From Brisbane, Australia, this is Mia Makabagal, Eagle News, and we live in interesting times.
Thank you for the updates, Mia. If there's one thing this pandemic has taught us, it's that we should give much importance to our mental health and checking in on each other. This is something we often forget to do, especially when life gets busy or overwhelming. More of this story on mental health awareness from Samantha DeMillo, our Eagle correspondent in Sydney. Samantha!
According to the World Health Organization, health is defined as being in a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. The key words we're looking at here today is mental health. A person's mental health can affect how they feel, think, behave, and relate to others. According to Black Dog Institute, mental illness is very common. 1 in 5, or 20% of Australians aged between 16 to 85 experience a mental illness in any year. Most common illnesses are depressive, anxiety, and substance use disorder.
Yeah, so in Australia, every day 8 people die a day of suicide. So those are huge numbers. And especially at the moment with COVID having a really huge effect on mental health, we need to prompt those questions. Are you okay? You know, it is okay to not be okay, especially for those during COVID who have lost their jobs or are away from their families. Now more than ever is a really important time to make everyone aware of the importance of mental health. Yeah, so the government holds a campaign for a week known as Are You OK Week, and it is to promote mental health awareness and end the stigma around mental health. So Maven Dental Group has taken to the theme colour of yellow by having some yellow flowers and some yellow balloons, as well as encouraging the staff to wear yellow, just to prompt that question of "Are you okay?" As well as that, Maven Dental Group held their first ever wellness webinar, so that was yesterday, and all staff were able to participate in that.
Are You OK? Is a suicide prevention charity that reminds people to have meaningful conversations with loved ones, friends, and colleagues. Here are the 4 steps to have a conversation that could change a life. Number 1, ask, "Are you okay?" Number 2, listen. Number 3, encourage action. And number 4, check in. And while you're checking in on others, don't forget to check in on yourself. From Sydney, Australia, I'm Samantha D'Amelio, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
Thanks, Samantha, for that important and timely reminder. The nation of Papua New Guinea recently celebrated their 45th Independence Day, a patriotic event that commemorates their autonomy from Australia on September 16, 1975. Even the Filipino community took part in honouring this very significant occasion. Let's hear more from our correspondent in Port Moresby, Echo Hoteleza Kinola. Echo!
Independence Day fever takes hold in Papua New Guinea. Filipinos join the country in commemorating the 45th anniversary of being separated and free from Australia.
Papua New Guineans are patriotic, and there is no better time to show this patriotism than on this prosperous Independence Day celebration. Though this year's celebration is low-key and a lot different from the past years due to the pandemic measures in place, they still managed to consider this event as an opportune time to reflect on one's contribution to their country with regards to nation building. This public holiday also gave an exciting experience for our kababayans to witness Papua New Guinea's cultural show and traditional costumes. They enjoyed having photo opportunities and even showed sense of belongingness by wearing Papua New Guinea's clothes, shirts, and accessories. Even in their workplaces and at their homes, they even displayed Papua New Guinea basic outfits and masks. The event was indeed an awe-inspiring sight of how Papua New Guineans found moments of joy amidst their struggles. I was born and raised in Papua New Guinea, and I am proud to say that this country will not fully stop in their journey towards progress.
Bilang pong pakikiisa po sa pagdiriwang ng araw ng kanilang kalayaan sa Papua New Guinea, nagsusuot po ako ng kanilang independence shirt, mga palamuti, mga kanilang mga kwintas. Ito po, bibili rin po ako ng face mask na made in PNG. Kapo, kanilang mga palamuti, at ito tinatawag po nilang bilum. Bilum. Ito naman po ang tinatawag nilang headdress. Sinusuot ko po to every Independence Day po ng Papua New Guinea. Halos 7 taon na po akong nakikiisa sa kanilang pagdiriwang. At masaya po ang aking puso. Dahil nalalaman ko ang kanilang kultura, ang kanilang mga layunin din sa buhay, kung paano mag-umunlad ang bansang ito. At kasama po ako doon. Masaya po ako at kasama po ako sa pag-unlad ng bansang ito.
As their national pledge goes, they will remain one people, one nation, one country. Happy Independence Day, Papua New Guinea. From Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, Echo Hortaleza Quinola, Eagle News, we live in interesting times.
Thank you, Echo. After the break, we will witness how the students in Port Moresby commemorate Papua New Guinea's Independence Day. Plus, the Church of Christ in New Zealand establishes a new congregation despite the resurging COVID-19. And the North Australian Festival of Arts in Townsville pushes through despite the pandemic. All these when Eagle News International Australia Oceania returns. Stay with us.
Era University, in its 45th year of excellence, discipline, and service to humanity, will offer online education all levels beginning this first semester academic year 2020 to 2021 through the NEU Virtual Learning Environment, or NEU VLE. New Era University offers a complete basic education cycle from kindergarten up to senior high school, offering all strands. NEU has 18 colleges, and 2 graduate schools. It also offers ALS and ETF. Best of all, NEU has the most affordable tuition fees among private universities in the Philippines. NEU is at Quezon City, the city of San Fernando, Pampanga, General Santos City, South Cotabato, Lipa City, Batangas, and Pinugay, Baras, Rizal. New Era University is under the stewardship of Dr. Dilo L. Rosas. What are you waiting for? Be part of the new normal. Enroll now. Classes start on October 5, 2020.
Arnie Aquino here at Hatley Castle, one of the filming locations for the X-Men series. Don't forget to tune in to Digital Nest only on Net25.
Mga kababayan, naharap na naman po tayo sa mabigat na pagsubok na ito. Ito yung COVID-19.
I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone's safe.
Nandito po kami para hikayatin pa po kayo na maging matibay.
Mas maging matatag po tayo and just stay positive po sa lahat po ng nangyayari ngayon.
Mga mahal kong kababayan, lampasan po natin, pagtagumpayan po natin ang pagsubok na ito.
Stay strong sa panahon po na to.
Huwag tayong mawawalan ng pag-asa.
At inihikayat din po namin kayo na sana makinig po tayo sa ating gobyerno.
Sumunod muna tayo sa gobyerno dahil yun yung pinakamainam na paraan para hindi na lumagana pa yung virus.
Let's all stay at home.
Spend time with our loved ones, with our families.
At higit po sa lahat, make sure to pray for everyone, pray for everything that is going on right now, especially our frontliners po who are sacrificing their lives to take care of everything.
Higit sa lahat, patuloy tayong lumapit, magtiwala at manalangin sa ating Panginoong Diyos.
Lagi tayong manalangin dahil yung po ang may pinaka-mainam na solusyon sa lahat po ng mga problema natin.
God bless you and your family. Please stay strong and keep our faith.
Tuloy po ang laban.
Abangan niyo po ako and the rest of the Barkada and your favorite OPM artists on Letters and Music. Prime time na mula Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. only on Net25. See you!
Welcome back. You are watching Eagle News International Australia, Oceania. Papua New Guinea's 45th Independence Day celebration is something that local students are eagerly looking forward to participate in, special events such as cultural dance performances and traditional arts. Our Eagle News correspondent in Port Moresby, Echo Hoteleza Kenola, is back to tell us more. Echo!
Independence Day in Papua New Guinea occurs every September 16th each year, but due to the global health crisis, the students here were not able to celebrate their 45th independence anniversary as fabulous as compared to the past years. I myself had witnessed how students in Papua New Guinea prepare and devote their time, efforts, and talents in celebration of Independence Day. School competitions, cultural dance performances, face and body paintings are among their favorites. Students always look forward to these unique traditional shows. Red, black, and gold are the national colors of Papua New Guinea. They can be sighted amongst everywhere you go. The country's flags are hung on classroom doors, windows, and poles. The sound of kundu drums and traditional dances of the students brought them great joy and pride. They were also excited to have their faces painted with different Papua New Guinea's attractive designs. Schools were all geared up with their traditional costumes and accessories.
It took us almost 2 weeks, I think, in preparation, especially sending meeting notices out to parents to prepare the children at home with the PNG colors and something traditional to share, a food dish traditionally made so that they can share in class this morning all the little activities they're doing. So straight after the flag raising, they were going to send them back to their classrooms and the teacher takes on from there. I think looking at all the way they're dressed this morning, they're looking forward to today. I think they're happy and they're going to enjoy the day with the class teacher. I think they miss their parents. They want their parents with them, but because of the restrictions that we made to them, we're not allowing outsiders to come and mix around with the children at school today.
You can see in the background we are celebrating our 45th Independence anniversary. We're not celebrating it the way we usually do because of the COVID-19, so we're only observing it. But we had a parade on the 22 provincial flags and then the national flag raising, which we observed. And then after this observation, the whole school will go back to their classrooms while the grade 7 and 8 will remain because we have an accessible task where the grade 8 will parade in their costumes and the grade 7s will be in the regional groups where they will be performing some items, dances from their own regions.
Does the pandemic affect the children?
Of course, it affected them in a bad way. In a very bad way because they've been locked down twice in a row, which confused out a lot. And Independence this year should be even bigger and better. But because of the restrictions, we are only observing. Yeah. So after this, the whole school from preschool up to grade 6 will go back to their classrooms.
The students, teachers, and parents' beaming faces is a manifestation that Papua New Guineans were entertained and enjoyed the celebration of their Independence Day amidst the COVID-19 health crisis. From Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, Echo Hortaleza Quinola, Eagle News, we live in interesting times.
Thanks for that report, Echo. We are one with Papua New Guinea in this very important occasion. The COVID-19 crisis may have been long-standing, but the Iglesia Ni Cristo or Church of Christ continues their work of expansion as another congregation has been established, this time in Hutt Valley in the Wellington region of New Zealand. Here's Greg Besser, our correspondent from Wellington City, for more details. Greg?
As the fast-evolving COVID-19 continues to wreaking havoc in the economy of New Zealand, it has also impacted the mental health and well-being of many New Zealanders and people from various cultural backgrounds on issues like depression, anxiety, and suicidal tendency. While the New Zealand government is strengthening its mental health services by allocating more funding, the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ has never stopped in looking after the well-being by edifying the faith of its members across the country. As such, the church administration has approved in particular the establishment of local congregation of Hutt Valley, which has spiritual jurisdiction over those members who are living in the cities of Lower Hutt and Upper Hutt and in Wairarapa region.
The inaugural worship service for the local congregation of Hat Valley was held on Sunday, 30th September, under the COVID-19 Alert Level 2 guidelines. Amid the uncertainties of surroundings caused by the pandemic, members of the new local congregation were so excited to witness and be part of another milestone in the history of the church. As the church administration is reminding all members across the globe in adhering to the government health guidelines, members who attended the inauguration were required to undergo body temperature scanning, wear face masks, and observe physical distancing on sitting. No more than 100 members attended the historic worship service, as required for a maximum size of any gathering under the current COVID-19 alert level. Members from other congregations witnessed such spiritual gathering via live streaming.
We are so grateful po to our dearly beloved Executive Minister for approving the establishment of the local congregation of Hat Valley. This is indeed a manifestation po of their great love and concern for the spiritual welfare of our brothers and sisters in this part po of the world. Glory be unto God.
With overwhelming joy, we would like to greet our executive minister, and we are very thankful because they allowed us to have this inaugural worship service despite of the pandemic happening all over the world, but still our Lord God allowed us to have this momentous event.
We are so very excited and looking forward to starting our worship services and our services to the Lord God in our own congregation.
At these trying times of global pandemic, our livelihood was greatly affected as well as our mental well-being. But with the dedication of the newly established local congregation here in Hat Valley, it gives us more inspiration and encouragement to be more dedicated in our services to our Almighty God.
The COVID cases are constantly increasing globally, destroying the economies of several countries and claiming the lives of many people. Yet, despite these grim realities, members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ around the world, including here in New Zealand, will remain steadfast and firm in fulfilling their spiritual obligations. Kambay Numata, Lower Hutt, this is Greg Bessa of EVC New Zealand Bureau. We live in interesting times.
Many thanks, Greg, for that very inspiring report. While COVID-19 has caused the cancellation of many events, there's one in Townsville that is set to go ahead, the annual Arts and Cultural Festival, or better known as the North Australian Festival of Arts. Hosted by the Townsville City Council, this year's event has been modified to ensure COVID safety while still supporting the local arts community and boost their tourism sector. Let's know more on this story from our correspondent in Townsville, Alyssa Ventura. Alyssa!
The current global pandemic has caused a significant change in the way we celebrate our occasions, with some events being cancelled due to the new restrictions. But the annual North Australian Festival of Arts is still set to happen and to be celebrated by the locals here in Townsville. The North Australian Festival of Arts is a month-long festivity that celebrates the diverse art and culture of this region. This event will showcase a variety of masterpieces, performances, and exhibitions. However, due to the current Queensland COVID-19 restrictions, some amendments were made to make the event safer for the public to experience. This month-long celebration proudly presents the headline acts, Wonderland Under the Stars, an open-air performance, and Theatre IMQ's Shakespeare in the Park, Much Ado About Nothing in Queen's Garden. A sound and light spectacular, Beauty, Rich and Rare, will also be presented to showcase the wonderful natural beauty of Australia as seen by Sir Joseph Banks, an 18th century botanist. The Arts Festival also features workshop centres spread across various community centres as a part of their exhibition, Art in the Park. Furthermore, Festival of Stories, a short story competition, will also be held to showcase the local author's gift for words. The North Australian Festival of Arts will start its festivities on the 18th of September 2020. All are invited to experience and be a part of the North Australian arts and culture. Just don't forget to follow proper COVID etiquette, such as hand hygiene and social distancing, to keep each other safe. That's all for Townsville, Queensland. I am Alyssa Ventura, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
Thank you, Alyssa. It definitely looks like a fantastic festival worth checking out. Thank you for staying and watching Eagle News International Australia Oceania. Join us again next time as we share more stories from our bureaus across Australia, New Zealand and Papua New Guinea. Visit our websites on eaglenews.net and eaglenewslive.com. And don't forget to follow us on twitter.com/eaglenews and on facebook.com/eaglenews. Stay safe, stay strong and take care, everyone. From Sydney, Australia, I am Justine Vicente, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.